guess I'm doing that. Well, welcome to another episode of Off the Records with B Money the Ocon Man. Ow!
Oh my God.
There we go.
There we go.
Beth is in. She's in the gang.
Our guest this week is comedian, writer, everything else. Beth Stelling.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we do this in front of a live audience.
Oh my gosh, more people just showed up.
Yeah,
they're going wild.
Yeah, you're a hot ticket.
Hello. Thanks for coming to see me, everybody.
Hot,
Ow.
up and coming comic.
Yeah, for years now.
I've been a comedian to watch for the past decade.
I have been, and everybody's been watching. And
Yeah.
some have dropped off.
How does that feel to be watched?
Oh, you know, when you start that live and you got at least 16 people, and then it goes down to 8.
Now, do you like people?
They're the worst.
I
I like the 2 people that come up to me after a show who are like, "Thank you for coming to Rhode Island. We love you." And then one guy's like, "You're pretty good." I said that to him. I said, "You know what? I always dreamed of that. I grew up thinking I want to be pretty good at stand-up comedy someday."
When I was like really doing comedy, I usually just got little boys who look like me, like little like fat 18-year-olds coming up and tell me that they're like, should I do an open mic? Like rather than like where I like inspired being like, oh, you can do it.
Hey, I saw you up there and I thought, I could do that.
Yes. Which was,
I actually have a lot of comics that have said that to me over the years. Like, you were one of the first comics I saw, and then it made me think, I should do that.
I feel like it's got to be a compliment.
Yeah, let's take it as a compliment.
Like, it is the most backhanded way of saying you've changed my life.
And then they get more famous than me, and I stop hearing the story.
Yeah. Then it's I saw Joan Rivers. With
yeah.
I did get...
They're like, do you know... Never mind. It was Joan Rivers who inspired me.
I did stand up once in New Orleans opening for Rob Riggle at the House of Blues. Mm-hmm. It was like it was the 21 Jump Street premiere party. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. This is the best thing ever. And after the show, like everyone's talking to Riggle, and then Channing Tatum came up to me and I was like, this is why I've done comedy. And he said, and I quote, pretty funny, bro. And walked away.
Oh
and it really was the only compliment I've ever remembered.
Same. I have a similar one, except it's Dwayne Wade. And he came up to me after and he was like, you funny.
Wow.
That was it.
A dream.
Yeah. It's like you remember the one person who did that to you that you really are going to remember forever.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else.
I don't know. There was when they had the M bar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The
R bar. Or are you thinking M?
M bar.
Oh, there's R bar was in Koreatown. Remember that one?
Yeah, our bar was in Koreatown.
Oh, that was
the
the one,
Demorge
Demorge's,
Brown.
yeah.
And then M bar was like
Vine and
it was
Fountain.
Yeah, it was like where Comedy Death Ray was before it went to UCB.
Oh, okay.
It was it was like Mr. Show. Isn't that where like Mr. Show came from?
Yeah.
Sorry to
Who complimented you?
That's okay. Yeah,
Who complimented you? Who complimented you?
You know, it's not even big, but it was like I had first moved here. It was some guy who was on The Office. And he played like
Kevin?
No, he wasn't even like he like worked in the warehouse.
He just has a
Oh, you know who he was? He was the guy who dated Pam.
Oh, Roy?
Yeah, Roy, I guess.
Roy from The Office gave you a...
That's fun.
Yeah, gave me a compliment.
Hell
after
yeah.
a show.
I like that.
But
Nice dick.
Pretty big bulge.
is that what he said?
He said pretty big bulge up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you?
I had a couple
Did you
tubes.
stuff? Or?
Yeah, I stuff. I always stuff when I go on stage. Do you stuff?
No,
I stuff.
You stuff your butt?
I do. I tuck.
I butt chug and then I go out there.
I do. There was a time in like 2005, 2006 where there were comedians in New York who were clearly stuffing a little bit.
This can't be true.
I mean, there is a comedian who is very, very famous now that either he was stuffing or he has the most enormous dick ever soft.
What if his balls ride high and propped his dick up to look bigger.
His balls ride high.
Yeah, like they're really tight.
Oh, so it's just adds girth.
So it's like a tight ball sack where it just sits on top, even if it was a little weenie.
They kind of, it's like like they kind of hamburger it.
Yeah.
Like
what if he
bun.
clenched his butt as well while he was on stage and it pushed it out even further?
You know, I'm gonna ask him next time I see him.
Hey.
Well, have you checked? You know, you say that you thought he was stuffing. Does it still look
big?
like that? I mean, are you still checking out his crotch?
What if he aged though and his balls dropped and so it's not propping it up as much?
Yeah.
I mean, that is true. I mean, when you
Do we know the person?
you all know the person.
I mean, we could bleep it.
Oh.
Please bleep it.
Oh yeah.
I don't want.
Oh, it's a chick.
Yeah, that was the confusing part.
That's a funny gag.
I do
think,
stuff
for a
just
few-
so people think I have a pretty big bush. Yeah.
God, honestly, that is what I miss most.
Bush?
Yeah, bush.
bush bulge.
Bush diving?
Yeah, bush diving. I mean, like, also, I'm talking about a period of time where Bush was in the White House. So, like, if you had a prominent Bush, Peaches had that song "Impeach My Bush," which I don't know if that's sexual or not.
Oh,
you know,
God.
Peaches?
Yeah. Isn't that the lady that has "Fuck the Pain Away" lady?
Yeah, fuck the pain away.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep yawning.
It's okay. This
no,
is
we're
the most-
boring.
It's the most boring day.
Similar to what you're dealing with. It's like something's up. I don't know. There are times where I just can't stop yawning, and it's like I slept a lot last night because I needed to.
I didn't
and
sleep
here I
very
am.
much. But yeah, I do feel like there's some kind of dome over Los Angeles that's making everybody tired and crazy.
Maybe it's that heat wave.
It's not even that bad.
I think it might just be the fact that it's constantly on fire. We're probably breathing in stuff.
I did get that notification.
Yeah, I got to delete the fire app.
I deleted all those after the fires.
God, it turns out
What if
there's
there's
like
another
19
fire?
new fires a day.
There's a
Oh,
lot
I
of
guess
fires.
it is. Yeah. Wow.
I also got the fire one for today.
Yeah.
Where should we go? Let's all, when we leave, we'll record this podcast and we'll all pile in one of our cars and move somewhere.
And we'll leave our families behind.
Yes.
Well, you know,
Just with
it's
the
just
clothes
me.
on our back.
Yeah.
I got my
We'll book some gigs along the way
God.
to pay for our hotel room.
Yeah. Or we just get paid in hotel rooms.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
get paid in hotel
That's
rooms
sweet.
and drink tickets.
A La Quinta tour.
Hey, look, we can offer you a room and some grub, but no drinks.
God, I would kill to go back to that.
No.
Driving around in a car, showing up to Charleston, South Carolina, and the person being like, we only sold like 14 tickets.
yeah.
I'm like, I know I should endure.
I was just gonna say, wait? You should have what?
I was like, I know I probably should endure. Like,
Oh, okay. Where did you? Are you really saying South Carolina, Charleston? Because where's the club?
it was like a coffee shop. There used to be
okay.
that southern.
There's a new club there called Wits End.
Really?
I did it recently.
Was it good?
Yeah.
How often are you on the road? A lot?
Every weekend, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that why you're like everyone
Tired
calls you
looking?
like the Jack Kerouac of comedy?
I thought they were calling me the road dog.
I mean, you
Thank
were. You do sound like a road dog.
you.
Did you want to be a road dog?
Did I want to?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of like it. My mom actually has been totally hyping me lately. She, like, if I do like a random gig in like Casper, Wyoming or something, like something far and not as well known city, she'll be like, I see, this is why I love you. You go wherever there's people who want to see it, and everybody needs comedy. And it's not just the big cities, and I love that about you. She like hypes me.
That's great.
And
You
it does
need that.
it does make me feel glad about going to any random city that invites me.
I also just think it's fun to see America.
Oh my God, I had a great time in Casper. I went to a powwow. It was freaking cool.
What's
That's just what they call hangouts.
Native American hang. Native American hang.
Oh yeah, you were
Yeah.
like invited to
I did
some
a
kind of
friendship
ritual.
dance. Yeah, it was very cool.
Did you take any photographs?
Yeah, you were allowed. I took some. It was in a beautiful field.
Because I know that's the only thing I know about Native Americans. Is
No photographs?
Don't they think it steals your soul?
Paparazzi.
I think that's Aborigines.
I don't think that's a real thing.
I don't
I'm sure
know.
I could show you, but we'll do it later. I'll show you later.
We'll put them up on the
We still have to get the website going.
on the website, which if you go to, it's offtherecordspod.com. Ignore what it says. It is a vicious lie about me.
What does it say right
It's
now?
a vicious lie that I invented about Sean.
Brendan started a rumor on his other podcast 10 years ago or 7 years ago that I put my son in the microwave.
As a joke.
When would he have fit in there? Like, it would have been so
I mean,
early.
you'd have to be pretty little.
Yeah,
like
which
weeks.
like
Also, I wonder what it would have done to him anyway.
Well, no, the joke is that
he was cold.
he didn't. Sean just did it as a joke, and he didn't close the door or turn it on.
But he presupposes that I put him in the microwave just to prove that I could, but I never did.
Okay.
But that joke's dead, and you just brought it back to life.
God damn it!
And the
Was it
Shaquille
haunting
O'Neal
you?
bit?
I mean, honestly, it got to a point where anything I tweeted, there were people who listened to World Record Pod.
Like 3 people, probably.
3 people, but they were incessant about how much I put my child in the microwave.
Well, I don't do any of that anymore.
No.
And no more Shaquille. And then we did a bit where Sean... Well, I don't even want to bring it up because then it'll launch into...
Just let me keep yawning over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if you thought you were yawning before, wait till you hear...
I'm yawning.
I worked on Shaquille O'Neal's Tosh Point.
I remember.
Yeah, everyone...
Did you work on it?
No, but I remember you and Eliza did.
Yeah, Eliza Skinner pwned Gary Owen on that show. And it's like one of the only clips that exists still.
What's pwned?
Internet speak for owning.
Oh.
Because he made a blowjob joke about her. Because, he's like a shitty comic. And then...
He's that shitty comic that just got 2 million followers.
And then she turned it back on him that he sucked Shaq's dick to get the job. And it shut him up in a way where he had no response. It's so funny. It's the only clip of the whole show that still exists. Where he's just like, bah, 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 bah.
I love to see it. Isn't it shocking how Rob Dyrdek, no shade, has one of the longest running clip shows, and yet Shaquille couldn't get one off?
No.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it is weird how many...
It's weird who gets bestowed... What am I trying to say? A clip show bestowed upon them.
Just
and,
forever.
And let it rip.
In perpetuity.
Yeah.
It's crazy that there were so many clip shows. I do miss them.
I mean, it made Tosh, but we don't have them anymore because everybody has a clip show and it's just TikTok.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I mean...
And I'm not even very TikTok...
I don't even have TikTok. I guess I should get that, right?
I have
You
it,
should.
but
That's like the oldest guy thing to say. Maybe I should get on TikTok.
Maybe I should
like
get
10
that.
years after.
Yeah, that you're
everybody-
like, hey, Universe, check out my record collection.
it'll just be a bunch of 21-year-olds laughing at you
Yeah.
in a mean way.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you could dance.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I need to pivot into that.
Into
like,
dance?
No, just the being the butt of the joke
Yeah.
for 21-year-olds. Like make videos of me falling down.
Yeah, bumping into things.
Brendan, you have a joke that I think about every time I see more than 2 teens congregating. Every single time. Like, no matter what, it pops in my head because it is my worst fear. And you're the only person I've ever heard talk about it on stage where when you walk past a group of teen girls, they go, there's your boyfriend, and then laugh.
There goes your boyfriend, Sheila.
And that is, I think, truly the biggest nightmare of anyone over the age of 26.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That happened to me though when I was probably 26. Meaning like I walked out, it was like, remember when Comedy Central did South Beach Comedy Festival?
Yeah.
And I had to get picked up. I'm sure, I'm flying Southwest, so I don't have to pay for a bag. I'm sure like everything possible to like not be poor. And I'm sure my flight, because of that's why it was so early. It was cheaper. This is all just a hypothesis, but I believe this is why I was up that early. And guys were still out partying at my hotel. So as I'm leaving, I want to remember the exact thing they said, but I walked out with my bags and off the elevator, and they're like hanging in the lobby, still drinking and like smoking, and they're like, "Hey, hot stuff." I mean, and I looked like shit.
Yeah.
It was just so. I didn't have anything to say back to them. It was like, oh, I couldn't think of anything, and it was so early. I'm guessing like I don't know, 4:30 for a 6 a.m. flight or something.
Hey, hot stuff.
Yeah, it was something
line.
like
That usually works.
Yeah.
No, they were making fun of me.
No, but
Because I looked so bad.
If you had your wits about you, what would you have
I
said?
don't know. I don't know. Hey, babe.
Yeah, I would have been like,
Yeah. I guess I get. See, that's actually something 7th graders do now. Yeah.
they do. I don't get that. Like my son watches a lot of YouTube.
It's that and Skibidi toilet.
Skibidi.
It's just too
I mean, we
much.
both have kids that are the same age. Nolan's into Skibidi.
Skibidi, yeah.
Oh, wait, how old are they now?
8.
Ocho.
Yeah, so I have 9 and 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skibidi's happening. And yeah.
Well, what's your? You're here to listen to a comedy record, right?
Yeah. Judy Tenuta.
Judy Tenuta, we picked. Judy Tenuta.
Buy this, pigs.
I know. What a great title.
I mean, all of her album titles are pretty incredible.
Buy this, pigs.
Buy This Pigs. This was her first album released on Elektra Records. Her follow-up came out 7 years later called Attention Butt Pirates and Lesbitarians live at the CSW Gay Pride Festival. I love Judy Tenuta. She famously was married to Emo Phillips, which is...
I didn't think I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like one of comedy's first power or mid-tier power couples.
Weird power. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Judy Tenuta, comedy legend from Illinois, Oak Park, Catholic family, Polish mom, Italian father. And she's in therapy.
All jokes and music written and performed by me, Judy Tenuta, the petite flower, giver goddess, fashion plate, saint.
Well,
Yeah, let's
go.
Let's
yeah,
kick it
let's
off.
get into it.
Fun.
This is good.
Hi, pigs. You know I'm a petite flower, giver goddess, fashion plate saint, and I'm trying to lead a normal life. Let's go back in time. So today, I'm on this airplane to Europe. It could happen. There was this guy sitting next to me. He looked like a squid in stretch pants. So, you know, I was ready to spawn. Yeah. So this squid in stretch pants is trying to make me talk to him. Just 'cause he paid for my trip.
Stretch pants.
How
You
much
don't hear
can
that
I
too
give?
often.
I ask you, stud puppets. And then he starts puffing on a cigar the size of God's ego.
Famously.
So pretty small.
Yeah.
And he's blowing this cigar smoke in my petite flower face. I said, excuse me. If I wanted to shorten my life, I'd date you.
We already are because you're on that trip with him.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sasquatch?
We don't need to pick it all
So
apart.
of course
sorry,
he
sorry.
takes this as a come on.
No, we can. Because she's calling him a squid, and then all of a sudden it's a Sasquatch, and I can't think of two things
I can't.
more different.
I don't have a clear picture of this guy.
And what are stretch pants? Like
This.
He had no
Lulus?
Yeah.
Yeah, before Lulu's, I think it was like, like biker shorts.
Okay, so he's wearing biker shorts.
No,
no,
stretch pants are
but-
like what I'm wearing, like
Yeah.
stirrups at the bottom, like tight. I think. Stretch
Okay,
pants.
so the
Pants that
octopus,
are
you
tight.
have to assume that he has 2 long legs, and then the longest penis ever, and then
And a
that.
bulbous bald head. But then he's a Sasquatch. But here's the thing, which is a big hairy guy.
It is.
Look, she's more absurdist. We don't need to follow a linear path.
No, this guy doesn't sound
She
too
can roast
attractive.
him. It's like roasting somebody and not using anything about them. You left your wife. You put your son in the microwave. And you have the smallest cigar penis.
I mean, see, that's more hurtful than the real one.
I will say, whenever I think of roast, because I'm not a fan,
Yeah.
all I imagine is like two like comics starving for attention and saying like the meanest facts about the other person's life. That's all I think of.
What I've been exposed to.
Yeah,
it's just kind of like, oh, you look like a fat version of something, or your teeth
They're like,
are
remember
all
when your
fucked up.
mom OD'd? And you're like, yeah, I guess I do remember that.
There, I had, it is, you really are attacking a person for like the thing that they're like. I remember there was a roast of Sean Patton and Sam Brown was on the dais, and like basically it had to be the worst night of his life because every single person made a point to say he's boring. And it was like really just like, this is not, and then I was like, Sam, like I have a joke about it too, but like you're not.
Yeah. Wait, Sean Patton was roasted?
Yeah.
And called boring?
No, Sam Brown from The Whitest Kids was on the
everybody
dais.
called him boring.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now I'm following.
Yeah, so then basically, because everyone, like...
It's like a caricature by vocal assault.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's...
I didn't say that properly, but a verbal caricature.
And that's like the only time I've ever roasted somebody, but it is hard, like... I've written a lot of roast jokes.
I had to try to write some against Pete for crashing.
And that wasn't fun. I love...
Mine were just too mean, I think, or too soft.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I remember when I read that was like, Pete looks naked even when he's wearing khakis or something like that.
That's good.
It's something like that. But I just mean like they're not strong enough, really.
It's a weird kind of thing. Like I helped Natasha write some roast jokes for, I forget what it was for.
She has one of my favorite roast performances ever.
Was it
I think
Justin
it was
Bieber? Okay, that's
I think it was Bieber.
Justin, you've been on Ellen more than a pussy juice mustache. Mine was better, Ludacris. Justin was born to a teenage single mom. No wonder he's got moves. He was in the womb dodging a coat hanger. Justin, Selena Gomez had to f*** you. She is literally the least lucky Selena in all of entertainment history.
Well, I do think what's actually interesting when you I very much talked about when former guest of the show, Cliff Nesterhoff, in his book, is we believe all of those comics were friends. They all fucking hated each other so much.
That's
and
true,
they were really unloading in a network television way because it's like on NBC.
Yeah.
But like, there's like
the Friars ones were private.
I assume that they love Friars. So like, do they all?
But that to me, Friars is like the last bastion of like what stand up was, which is a frat. It is like women are not really allowed in here, but if you are, it's such a great privilege. You shouldn't really be seeing this.
Yeah.
And I think the idea of you're lucky to be here, and there's a hierarchy of men. I think that like at Friars.
It's so funny that like basically everything has remained the same. It's just that there's no longer the club.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is like still the same.
Yeah.
But there is this one Friars Club roast where Henny Youngman's on. And he basically does what Norm did on the Bob Saget thing, where he's like refusing to roast anyone and he's just doing his jokes.
Okay.
And it's really funny. But everyone is really pissed off that he's not roasting. So they're just like heckling him. And you're seeing like how angry they really are at him. That he is A, not doing what he's supposed to do. B, he's like making the show worse. Right. It's really exciting to watch. And I think that set rules.
Yeah, it's weird. There's no rules in the business, and yet everybody follows them.
I know. And honestly, all I want to do is just go up on stage and be like, how does this thing work?
I mean, that would be great. I would like to see, I feel like there needs to be, and we should listen to more Judy, but I feel like there aren't enough Judy Tenutas out there now. Like, I'm not like
There's
totally...
people faking their voice.
there are people faking their voice. Yeah. But I do think if Judy Tenuta started like 20 years later, she would have found her way into the alternative scene.
Yeah.
But because of that, she'd be annoying on stage. More like, because she had to learn how to tell a joke right to then deconstruct it. So when you're doing like comedy in this way, you're technically telling jokes, but you're also adding like a deconstructed element to the whole act. Where I do feel like a lot of comedians now are making fun of comedy rather than learning how to do comedy first. So like there's no actual comedic element outside of just being like, well, I'm making fun of it.
Yeah.
I have names that I could list, but I don't want to.
I'll just add a bunch of bleeps to
Yeah.
make it sound like you.
All right.
He teach me how to kiss the ground. I teach him how to duck from a gun.
Sing a song.
Oh, I just want a cowboy to whom I can confess. Yeah, I just want a cowboy in a long white silky dress.
I want a cowboy in a long silky dress.
Come closer to the goddess, come closer. Oh, let's go back in time. Oh,
That was the Pope song.
Oh, that was the Pope song?
I think so, yeah.
You know what? Guess what? You guys, you know what? Today, I was rudely interrupted in the middle of my afternoon nap by this guy honking his horn behind me just 'cause the light turned green. And I'm driving in my Pinto blowabout, and this guy pulls up next to me, and he's acting real uppity, even though he's got the exact same car as I do, except it's a gold Mercedes. And he does not offer it to me because he's a taker. He's a taker. There are givers and takers. Yes. Takers are anyone who did not bring me canned goods. And givers are anyone who is intelligent enough to chant my name while jumping off a cliff. So this guy is following me. And at the next light,
Did I
he
see
hits me from behind.
The album?
Which
Yeah.
you should never do to a goddess. No. He hits me from behind.
Oh,
I'm all ready to tell him
recorded with
off.
the
He comes
most
up to my
charitable
window,
crowd ever.
And I see that he has a hook hand. He starts scraping it against my window. He says, hey,
Oh, it's a hook now.
should we report this to the cops? And I said, oh no. I wouldn't want you to be late for your Peter Pan rehearsal.
Hook.
I mean, yeah.
He said, I'll get you, I'll get you. I said, no, you cannot possess me. I rolled up my window. So I'm driving, and I'm driving really far south. Alabama, Georgia, El Salvador. And you know,
That's
when you
fun.
have to drive really far south, and you have a license plate from up here, you better have a sign on your car that says, stop me and make a fast 50, porker. Oh, I'm not saying this cop was looking for a handout, but he's posing like an Egyptian hieroglyphic.
Yeah.
Hey, Judy, your car's blue. I'm gonna have to strip search you.
Couldn't you just say hieroglyphic?
I said, oh, that sounds legal,
It's true.
goober.
Like, hey, I'm not like one of those guys that you have to pinpoint
He said,
ethnicities,
hey,
but
you're
like,
kinda sassy.
is there anyone else that has hieroglyphics?
Sassy, where you
Like-
come from?
In their
I said,
album?
yeah.
No, just
Pretty hip
in
on
terms
the
of like,
Oh, yeah.
like, I think they're the ones.
Egypt has the market cornered on hieroglyphics.
To evolve a thumb.
Yeah, I feel, dipping in and out of it maybe is
Yeah,
doing
Takes
because
my
I
license as if to
Oh, you think this is
strip
a
me of
whole
my
piece?
Identity.
no,
I do
I
wanna
just have
respect
really
that.
fond memories of
Yeah.
her, and I'm like, I feel
He
like
takes
I'm,
my license
I don't know,
and he
like,
looks at it
Well,
and
not,
goes,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
all of
guys,
them can be
it gets
hits.
weird. Yeah.
I will say that.
Hey,
So
you
then I'm
know
wondering what
what's
we're
wrong
stepping
with
into.
you?
Is this at the height of her popularity?
You got
Yeah.
that Yankee hostility.
This is, she's like
Okay.
I said,
as much of a
Beloved.
superstar as
Okay.
she'll be right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of it now because it's already passed, but there was a few moments that I thought,
And then
I mean,
he became my personal love
I hate to be this person where it was like, oh, if you said this instead of that, or this.
Oh, right,
you know, I
right,
was
right.
like, well, that might work if you, because like, it could have been the first time somebody told the joke that was like, he started talking at me, and I was like, about the green light
Right,
thing. It's not
yeah.
unfunny.
Well, you know what?
He interrupted
Actually,
me during my nap.
Phyllis Diller had a similar thing when we had Natasha on about driving and
falling asleep.
Not falling asleep, but it was like a very similar kind of like, giving all these details about what the other drivers were doing to her. But then it turns out she was driving like on the sidewalk, going the wrong way on a one-way street.
I do think in a way when we do listen to these albums, like comedy has evolved in such a way where we all have to find so many more twists than they did.
Yeah, just because it's like, it's basically... You can't tell the same story for decades and decades and decades, hundreds of years.
Well, Lord knows I try.
I mean, we do technically keep telling the same stories over and over again, but
just
that
change
is
the names.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this one time, Chet Hanks came up to me and said, "Pretty funny, bro."
And for me, it was Mel Gibson.
Oh
no!
Hey, sugar tits.
I mean, what appealed to me, she's so silly. Well, let's listen. We're getting to the end of the first side.
You know what scares me is when you're forced to be nice to some paranoid schizophrenic just because she lives in your body.
That was funny.
That's like a joke.
Yeah.
And then you have to share your food with her and your thoughts. Yes. Which reminds me, how many times have you been walking down the street and you see someone coming towards you from the past that you don't want to talk to? So you rearrange your DNA. But they recognize you. They recognize you and they try to make you talk to them. And they say, Judy, Judy. They said, Judy, were you going to walk past me without saying hello? And I said, no, Mom. She hates me. She hates me. Just because she caught me selling tickets to her nervous breakdown. I was going to split it with her. It's
all
50,
very, very absurd.
25.
I mean, my
Still like
memories.
that. I like this selling tickets to her nervous breakdown. But we've
She made
heard
me
the
babysit my brother Bosco.
thanks, Dad.
And
joke so many
one
times.
day she comes home early and she goes, Judy,
At this point,
what's Bosco's severed arm doing on the table? And I said, bad paper cut.
I will say she's so absurdist
Yeah.
that if you
One time,
weren't prepared
I was coming home
for
from work.
this
It
level of
happened.
absurdity, it's downright confusing. It's like listening to like something from another dimension.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what, like I said, I have very fond memories of her, but I haven't seen or listened to anything of hers in, since I
Yeah.
was, 12 years old or whatever.
This is kind of my favorite type of comedy. I really like silly absurdity.
I do too.
But I in my head, I was really just thinking of being like, I'm a goddess, pigs. And I'm like, I think when I'm hearing like the actual content, I'm like confused a little bit. Maybe I'm too dumb.
Well, I think maybe, it is, I don't
You
know.
will never amount to anything.
Is this
because
side
you
two?
always
No, this is the
procrastinate.
same, this is the
I
end of
said,
Sidewalk.
just wait.
This is the last track called My Dad.
That's
Okay,
right.
great.
Her rays cannot harm me. No. She wasn't as nice as my dad. My dad always used to make us hot dog soup. You know what that is? Yes. He would boil the hot dogs and we drink the juice. My dad.
Oh, it's a song. All right.
Oh, I want a guy just like my dad who worships plaid. A guy who hikes his boxer shorts up to his neck, sits in front of the TV set with a beer and cigarette. And when company comes, he says,
I feel personally attacked by that. Like, I make that noise.
oh, I want a guy.
Now you hate all female comics.
No, now I'm like, I want to be a pay pig for Judy Tenuta.
We don't have to listen to the whole song. I was so excited for this album, and
I still want to hear the beginning of
honestly,
two.
I'm not out on it.
I'm not out on
I'm not
it.
out. I have a question.
Yeah.
Bathroom?
Yeah, can I pee?
Yeah.
Sure.
I have to pee so bad. It's because I started drinking this. That's why I
Yeah.
didn't open this.
We'll be right back with more Buy This Pigs. I've dissected this a little bit. I like Judy Tenuta still. I think
I don't not like her. I'm not. I don't really want to be the person that's like. I keep thinking of like all the heinous commenters on Instagram that are like straight face gang, not funny. It's like shut the fuck up. If you don't like it, leave me alone. Like so that's why I'm listening to this and I'm going. Was she the first to say like that? Like. Get out of here. Okay, Dad. Or whatever it is.
Right.
You know, was she the first? I don't know. But it's been said so many times now. Well, of course I'm not going to laugh because I've heard it a bunch. I heard it last weekend, honestly.
Yeah.
Somebody said something mean and then it was like, okay, Dad.
Yeah.
But what I find interesting, and I wasn't really around for it, but like the 1980s loved these like weird like throwbacks to like campy 1950s, 1960s culture, like with Pee Wee Herman and like Judy Tenuta definitely falls in that, where it's like gypsies and swamis and like it's very interesting. Like the idea of the accordion, which is like I feel like her and Weird Al are the only two people who I know who do that. But like, why is it that way? It like across pop culture. I mean, like. You have like bands like the Cramps who were also doing like 1950s voodoo, but they were like white rich kids doing this stuff.
I mean, from what I remember from 80s comedy, it's like she really stood out because there were like a bunch of guys doing basically the same kind of stuff. And then to have this like I was a huge Pee Wee Herman fan. Like I always was attracted to just like the weird wild stuff.
If anything, I feel like this is the should be inspiring to people is like the idea that Jerry Seinfeld and Paul Reiser and like a million other people like them were doing stand-up one way, and this person rose to fame doing this should be aspirational. Like,
yeah, I know. I'd be curious what peers thought because I don't know. It's interesting. We can't control what's popular at the time.
It's kind of like a thing where, like if she was on a show with, like Gary Shandling and Ellen DeGeneres or whatever, I feel like maybe they would be like, I don't know, would they make her close the show? Because like, is it like a Reggie Watts situation where... Cause
like a fun change up.
Yeah, because it's like, it's such a gear shifting thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, she did at HBO she did one of the Women of the Night specials with Ellen,
Those
Rita
are amazing.
Rudner, and Paula Pound. So they're incredible. We did one of those albums, and like
Women of the Night is solid.
Yeah.
I love Kathy Ladman because of this podcast. Like Kathy Ladman, fucking amazing. Ellen, I mean, Ellen's like an all timer. Like she should probably be on Mount Rushmore. She invented a style of comedy that like I think so many people do now. And it's just that she doesn't get any credit for it because she was mean to her employees.
She's evolved into something else. What did you listen to? Like, were there comedy albums that you listened to when you were younger?
No.
How did you get into comedy?
My friend burned me Jim Gaffigan's, CD. That was my intro to stand up for the most part. And I remember thinking similarly to people like who've said to us, I was like, I could do that.
I mean, truly, I remember like Nick Swartzen's Comedy Central Presents was the whole reason why I did stand up because I was like, he made it seem like I could do that because I was like, I'm like kind of doughy and like.
I forget which Jim I watched. It was maybe like 2 years ago. I watched it on New Year's. I remember watching a Gaffigan. I wish I could remember what album it was, but I was like, special. But I was like, this is so good. I was like laughing out loud. I really loved it. I can't remember which one it was. I'm bad at that. But I wasn't a student of stand-up. Yeah. I never grew up watching it. I watched funny movies. My idols were Walter Matthau and Martin Short and Jim Carrey and Eddie Murphy. And
we have some Eddie Murphy albums that, unfortunately,
but it wasn't stand-up wise. You know what I mean? Like I just was watching their funny, Chris Rock, those funny movies they were in that I adored. And then stand-up didn't happen until I tried it once at like 18 and then I started it at 22.
Stand-up didn't click for me until Swartzen. And then but I was like obsessed with Adam Sandler. Like growing up, he was like the most important thing, and those albums were huge for me.
Yeah,
it's funny that I'm saying it on this one and not the one where we were doing it because I was trying to be cool.
What, did you have him on?
No, it was Tim Heidecker came on and chose the Sandler album, and then I was like, yeah, this is okay. Meanwhile, I'm like, this is the most formative thing in the whole world to me.
But you know what? We're not talking about those guys. We're talking about Judy.
Are you going to flip it?
Yeah,
we're talking about somebody that Lauren overlooked. Yeah. Judy Tenuta.
You guys, come closer, come closer. Did I tell you I was at the Republican National Convention? Because I'm studying evolution. And this guy comes into the convention hall, and he has a hook hand.
Is this the second hook hand guy?
I'm thinking, hey, is this guy following me? And all of a sudden he says, hey, everybody get down on your hands and knees and don't move. And I said, why? Did you lose a contact lens? When I count to 3, everybody say, Ma Bell is a giant pig. 1, 2, 3.
My what?
Ma Bell.
We hate her. Because one day I was working for Ma Bell as an information operator, and they fired me.
The phone company.
Oh, thank you.
I have a little board.
The Beastie Boys. Ma Bell got the ill communication.
I want the number of a suicide hotline.
Never knew.
Well, that's where my age... That's the only thing I know that you guys don't know. You guys have so much more wisdom than me, and I know that they would call the phone company Ma Bell.
He said, I want the number of the suicide hotline. I don't know what it is. I said, oh, come on, you big baby. Name this tune. Do, 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 do. He goes, I don't know. I'm so depressed. I can't find a job. I said, well, what do you do? Nothing. I said, try something less competitive. You guys, come closer to the goddess. Come closer. How many of you have a roommate that needs to be shot? You do? You do? And you live alone, huh? You know?
That was good.
We cannot go around shooting others just because they have no reason to live. Or else there would be no TV evangelists. So.
Okay, pointed.
Yeah, all right.
Come and get me, Oral Roberts. So I have this
Come get me what?
Oral Roberts.
Roseanne. This roommate blows in. Not only does she play Yoko Ono albums all day.
Uh-oh. You don't want that.
No, it's going to be annoying.
Keys, come on, sing, Sean. Keys, again. Don't worry. Don't fight a war.
I'll allow that.
Don't go to war.
Sean O'Connor says that's okay.
to make fun of Yoko Ono's music. Is this streaming anywhere, Sean?
Oh. Let's call Buy This Pigs.
A little to the left. He would have been a hero.
Oh, wow. Yeah, boy, that's pretty rough.
It is rough.
It's raw, but you live for it.
This is available.
So my
all streaming
roommate
services.
plays these Yoko albums, plus
this is like coming so hard for her.
1, 690 pounds, and a mime. A mime. Those people who put white powder all over their faces, like they're a donut or something. So one day, she comes home from a difficult day at the park.
I don't think you have to explain what a mime is, but she did it in a funny way.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a lot of mime ridicule in the 80s. People would make fun of mimes a lot.
They were the lowest form of clown or something.
Yeah, because not everyone knew about improv yet. But what's interesting, have you guys ever seen the clip of like Amanda Bynes when she was a kid doing stand-up at the Laugh Factory?
No.
So like how she
good?
got on all that is she's doing stand-up and like she's clearly super charismatic, but it's also clear she's like 7 or 8 that her dad wrote her jokes for her.
Okay. I think this is ringing a bell. I feel like I've seen you post it.
Yeah. She's doing Judy Tenuta, and I never realized it until right now. You if we could insert a clip.
Okay.
Yes, I think this is all. I agree. That's
Yeah,
sort of
she's just like,
ringing
you
a
know,
bell.
when your teacher, like she's doing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'll put a clip in there.
Speaking of school, I'm really mad. I got my report card. I'm not sure what I got. Instead of a grade, my teacher wrote, "Daughter of the devil." Is that good? In the comments section, she wrote to my parents, "Have you ever considered giving Amanda up for adoption? Or a one-way ticket anywhere? I'll pay for it."
Wow.
Why do you smoke? And she says, well, it keeps my weight down.
She's 2'1",
I said,
690
yeah, it's really
pounds.
working, Galaxina. So I'm trying to help her, right?
It's the fattest name you can have.
Galaxina.
She loses 2 pounds. And to celebrate, she eats Brazil.
I mean, that's one fat lady. Can't do any of this anymore.
And don't you hate when this happens to me? She borrows my clothes. She borrows my clothes. One day I come home and she's in my closet and she has one of my petite flower giver goddess gowns. Yeah. I said, excuse me, are you looking for a glove?
She's so fat
Yeah.
that her dress
Said,
would be a
"Oh,
glove on
Julie,
her.
you can hate me just
Thank you for
'cause
explaining.
I'm fat."
And her name's
I said,
Galaxina.
no, you're not fat. You're omnipresent.
That's fun. You're not fat. You're omnipresent.
I said, Blozanne, let's be friends.
Oh, is it a knock on
'cause the
Roseanne?
rent was due.
I don't know. Maybe?
Blozanne,
Is
why don't you
Tenuta
sit down on the bed?
ripping her
as
like
if she didn't
counterpart?
do
I was just gonna say
anything
she's like
else,
coming for every.
And I'll sing this song
I will
to you that
say,
my mom
with
used
like
to
all the
sing to
pig
us.
stuff, that does feel Roseanne. Like Roseanne was sort of doing a similar thing in a more like I think
Relatable.
yeah. Like, but they have some of the same affectations.
Whose special was called Relatable?
Oh,
maybe
boy.
Ellen.
It is fun to do such like absurd,
Yeah, it was.
absurd jokes
It was, right?
Yeah, it was Ellen
Where-
DeGeneres.
where you're acting like you're angry at just a made up person. Like,
Right.
You're like.
Gallerina, or whatever. Galaxico comes to me, says
like,
with a hook, knocks on my window.
like you're pissed off at just a figment of your imagination is a funny comedic tool.
Said,
I mean,
"There's-
it's like a little play. It's like,
My
Do you
roommate,
have my eggs? I didn't realize there was a nest in my head." It's like, wait, what? She did get us with one. Like, I think, too, it's like you're not going to listen to this necessarily and be looking for set up punch, set up punch, set up punch. And you know that. And, you know, you want to come along for the ride. It pulls you out a little bit with the Yoko stuff and coming for maybe Roseanne. Just because you're, like, trying to figure it out. We're like, wait, okay, I know Yoko was controversial at the time. It reminds me of the Chappelle moment when he asks, like, what everybody thinks of Monica Lewinsky. And the entire crowd, like, turns on this 21-year-old who absolutely was being taken advantage of as an intern.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not saying she didn't have a hand in the relationship. She would seem to be in love with Bill Clinton. So
Who isn't?
I think she fell in love with this man, and he was the highest office in the land, and that's a conflict of interest for many reasons.
Yeah.
And yet our culture was like slut, slut, slut. So it's funny to play into that, where I feel like Chappelle at that moment was a little like, whoa, guys. He was kind of taking the counter approach, whereas she is like kind of bandwagoning on Yoko. So that's what I guess is the part I'm not expecting, because it is typically, as we've, and Marin didn't invent this, but we all know often he's on his tour right now explaining it to people, but usually comics are counterculture and taking the side of the whatever you want to call it.
It is interesting that you mentioned that too, because to have such pointed jokes about Yoko Ono, that's a wild joke to tell. But it's also weird in terms of how everything else is fake, and it's like, let's get serious.
Exactly.
For a moment.
Yeah, it's true. There's so much like in the clouds.
Step out of character and talk about how somebody should be murdered.
Yes, it's this fantastical world, and then out of nowhere. But if you do get an abortion, you're killing an unborn baby. And then you're just like, okay, well, that was a strange turn.
That's a funny idea.
So
just throw that in the middle. Like if you if a joke doesn't go over, just say that.
That is a good...
Since we're all being quiet, if you have an abortion, you are killing. So
you are killing.
Taking life.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm working at SeaWorld as Shamu.
They blow that little whistle. It's pissing me off. So I took my tail and I smacked the shit out of him.
That is wild, because I used to have a joke that was very similar to that about Dave Matthews dying, and now I'm like hearing that and I'm like, that's like uncalled for. And I'm like, why was I telling that joke on stage?
Yeah, there are certain things, of course, you're going to look back when you were younger and just go, well, that's a little, probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever wished death on somebody on stage.
See, that's the thing. It's pretty intense.
I did have, I regret,
especially to record
I had jokes about like Anna Nicole Smith.
Not cool.
I know, it was pretty rough.
About how
well, it was just
I
like,
fuck her even more now.
I was like, I want her to die so I can marry her husband and get all that money.
That's fun.
No, that wasn't
That wasn't the
joke. No, it was like she had a reality show. This is like when I was very first starting, and it was just
we
like
all say some stuff
on TV, and it was just about how she's just like fucked up all the time, and then like her and her kid like die like a few years later from pills or whatever.
It was fucking crazy how much society was like really mean about people going through things to the point where it like was so normalized in our head, like the idea that like Lindsay Lohan disappeared for 20 years because everyone was just like really mean to her. And like Britney Spears, like everyone was just like dunking on her because she's like shaving her head and stuff. And then now we're just not dunking on her and she's doing knife dances on Instagram. And it's like,
I know.
Guys, we have to find a common middle
it reminds me of even just the Pee Wee doc, where it's like there's also so much we're not seeing, which is like some of those things.
Human beings.
Well, that they're humans, that they're probably going through something. But more specifically, what I'm referencing is that was a hit piece. That he's not a pedophile. That they went through an insane amount of art, gay art, to find one twink that was categorized as potentially child porn. Like it's almost impressive how much he had and how little of it was offensive.
It seemed he owned.
He quite literally had 200,000 pieces of gay art and only one was maybe a twink. Like if you're a pedophile, you are like back in the old days, it's not going to be on your phone or your freaking laptop. It was a hard copy and it was in some sort of bin in your house. And the LAPD went through all of it.
Just one.
No.
And how do you
So it was a hit piece.
I mean, just
and his life was ruined.
That you would have to go through. I mean, it sucks. Yeah, it's just like just to be accused of something like that is, well, but that documentary is great and it's heartbreaking at the end. Like that, it's just something that is just always going to hang over your head, and that some people are just going to be like, "Oh, that's him." That's
they
what
literally
he
go, "Oh, the
is."
pedophile," and they haven't thought much or learned much after that. It is a testament. As much as I hate the culture of like, I'm worried I'm gonna get canceled, and can I even hug a woman anymore? It's like the greatest PR move there was making every man think that he's cancelable.
Right.
Like that was the greatest PR move of abusers and pests.
Yeah.
Was making everybody scared. Well, not everybody needs to be
Well,
scared.
you can't. I hugged a lady on the way here, and she didn't go for it.
Yeah, you.
People have gone
trying to
so
spread the
far.
love.
No,
there's a clip.
Brendan, there's the right way to do it. You go in, you kiss them on the cheek, then you whisper, "May I have a hug?"
I ran up to her car. She was at a red light.
How about a little hug?
A little hug.
Please.
Look at you walking around not getting a hug.
Oh, look, you look so cute. You just need to smile more often, baby.
But no, we went through this with Paula Poundstone when we were listening to Paula Poundstone, and we both thought she was a pedophile, and
And was that all disproven? I actually don't know that story.
It was just a misunderstanding. Like she got a DUI with a foster kid in her car, and then like they.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget the twists and turns, but it's
again. I don't want to bring up someone we all like know and do care about, but wasn't it Tiffany Haddish and also Ari Spears or somebody who also got looped into some sort of strange pedophile?
Oh yeah, because they made a sketch
conversation.
Yeah,
but you're right. So as much as I don't want to play into this idea of like, oh God, everybody's gonna get canceled, because I'm like, chill. It is damning when one little thing circulates, it sticks in people's memories.
And that is the worst thing. I think, right?
Yeah, I think pedophile's the worst.
Maybe a necrophiliac pedophile.
But even still, Armie Hammer's like fine-ish. I mean, everybody thinks of him as a cannibal, but I guess pedophilia is absolutely the worst thing to be associated with. Besides,
think so. That
abuse of a
probably that, or putting your kid in a microwave or something.
That's probably that.
It's really hard to.
I think microwave's better still. That's just. That's like more unique.
Microwave's not as bad as making your kids perform YouTube videos.
That's true.
And keeping them in a closet and not letting them eat.
All I'm saying though is like, we have matching pajamas. Why do we have them if we're not going to make YouTube videos?
Well, I think we're into the last track. Should we jump in?
Plus I gotta go soon.
See, we all gotta go. Thanks for coming, Beth. You have a special coming out.
Yeah, we have to do
I
a
actually
plug.
just put a special out, on YouTube.
What's your special's name?
Well, it's called the Landlord Special, and it's on YouTube for free.
Because
everybody kind of gave everything away for free so long. Now nobody can make money.
Right.
I think that was a smart move.
It's a good business model.
Yeah, kind of give it all away. Hope that enough people like it that you can eventually someday get paid for something that they won't see until you do put it out for free.
Until you die.
I've just been noticing like comics are not making as much money as they used to. I just saw that Bert Kreischer doesn't even have a shirt anymore.
Yeah, he can't afford a shirt. They did give him $8 million, but he did not buy a shirt.
He did not buy a shirt.
He lost it all.
Spent it all on pants.
So Landlord Special on YouTube. Is it on youtube.com/Beth Stelling?
Who knows? I don't know how to work.
Oh, you
anything.
you didn't put it there.
Who,
someone else.
Who would even? No,
did
I
someone
put it
bootleg
there.
it?
My boyfriend uploaded it for me, but I don't know what the thing is. Just search Beth Stelling, the Landlord Special. I don't know.
And do you feel like you're doing the best work you've ever done right now?
I'm proud of it. It's like, I'm proud of it. But
we'll be the judge of that.
yeah, you'll be the judge.
We'll be the judge.
We'll put it. What's your favorite? I'll put a clip in there.
Plus, it's actually kind of like one long story.
Oh, okay.
I'll put the
That's
whole
gonna be
thing.
tough. I'll just put the whole thing
put
at
the
the
whole
end.
thing.
The whole thing.
And it's like 28 minutes.
Oh, that's like Gringo Poppy.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you a full hour if you're not going to pay for it.
I feel like there's just no adhering to any kind of old standard is pointless.
Kind of a waste of my time. I used to like put out an hour, then start over, and then tour that, and then put out an hour. But no one cares and no one wants it, so I'm just going to keep touring.
Well, I think everyone now just expects everything
for free,
and they just want it, and like it gets to a point where you watch it and you're like, I like that, and then you never think about it again, and like it really is terrible. Where there used to be like, you had to go out of your way to watch things or buy it.
I think the saddest part is seeing like a great comic put up a clip that's crowd work that's not that good, and then and I'm not saying I'm not done it either. It's just like because I don't do crowd work. I mean, come see my show, and then but it's like sad seeing people have to like adapt. It's like you don't want to be the person who's obsolete because you don't change and shift with the times.
Right.
But sometimes those changes and shifts don't match with what you do. And so you're like, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, and then when you see what,
And I'm not making fun of the person I'm thinking of for posting a crowd work clip. Like, I get why everybody's doing it. And I'm not even, whatever, there's good crowd work. The point I'm getting at is like, dang, that's not really the best version of that person.
Right.
No,
And you could go see them and really enjoy the show.
but the Landlord Special,
YouTube.
I love it.
And it's all about your landlord?
Yep. And my ex-landlord, yeah. Oops,
Is it a
spoiler.
positive story or?
Oh, it was a terrible situation.
Does anyone have a good landlord
No,
story?
that's what I'm just
One time, my first landlord in New York, I'll never forget this. We had my roommates were my friend Nick and Scott Rogalski, the HQ guy, and we signed a year lease. And with a month left in the lease, the landlord decided to turn our apartment into a duplex or like a 2-story thing. So he just put a gigantic hole in the ground of our apartment, so like to the basement.
Okay.
And then when we were moving out because we couldn't afford a 2-level thing, we were like, "Can we have our security deposit back?" And the landlord said, "There's a hole in the kitchen."
And he put it there.
He put it there, and then he didn't give us our security deposit back. We lost. We were like 21 years old.
Has anybody ever gotten a securody deposit back?
Oh, I got mine back.
Well, don't ruin the special.
Is this what the special's about?
No.
Well, Beth, you're a delight.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Well, should we hear the end of this? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I really
Yeah.
have
Oh,
to
yeah.
race
Then you
home.
gotta go. Well, yeah. We really appreciate you coming. Oh, it's a song.
That was another episode of Off the Records with B Money and the O'Con Man. Ah, woo!
Watch Beth Stelling's special, the
Landlord Special.
The Landlord Special.
BethStelling.com for tour dates. I'm all over the place. I'm touring your town.
Yeah, Casper the Friendly Wyoming.
Exactly.
Download the Judy Tenuta album too.
Make your own opinion.
Cauliflower ears and childbearing hips, yeah. I like boys with Jack Ruby lips. Don't you? I like boys, be they Hindus, Jews, or goys. I like boys, especially when I meet them on the road. Even when I kiss them, they still remain a toad. Thank you so much for being my personal love slaves. You people mean nothing to me. Remember, if we didn't have college, we wouldn't have football. If we didn't have football, we wouldn't have brain damage. And if we didn't have brain damage, I'd be alone here tonight. Remember, you are the only reason I am a goddess.